Modern faith challenges, a brutally honest discussion. Ever felt like a spiritual imposter in church? Like you have questions you're not supposed to ask and doubts you're supposed to swallow? You are not alone. We're told to have a faith that moves mountains, but if we're being honest, most days we're just trying to keep our own from crumbling. This isn't a sermon or a list of easy answers. It's a brutally honest discussion about the biggest challenges facing people of faith today, the epidemic of crippling doubt. First, if you have doubts, you are not failing. It's a silent epidemic. A 2022 survey revealed a shocking statistic. 43% of self-identified evangelicals agreed that Jesus was a great teacher, but he was not God. When doubt finally surfaces, the church often responds with fear, offering a platitude instead of a safe space. That kind of response doesn't heal doubt, it shames it. It teaches you that your intellectual honesty is a spiritual flaw, creating a generation of believers who are terrified of their own minds. Minds, the pressure cooker of secularism. While we fight internal battles, there's immense pressure from the outside. The world is becoming more secular. In the 1990s, about 85–90% of Americans identified as Christian. By 2023–2024, that number dropped to about 62%. Meanwhile, the religiously unaffiliated, the nones, have surged to 29% of the population. The default setting of our culture has flipped. This creates a huge tension for the modern believer. You feel like you don't quite fit in the secular world, but you're not totally comfortable in the Christian one either. That constant code switching is exhausting. The unspoken crisis of mental health. Now let's talk about the crisis often met with a deafening silence in our pews. Mental health. Instead of compassion, those struggling often get cliches. Just pray more. You just need to have more faith. They add a layer of guilt and shame to an already crushing burden. The church should be the safest place in the world to be broken, but it has largely failed to treat mental health with the seriousness it deserves. The shift, a framework for a more honest faith. So what if these challenges are actually invitations to a deeper, more honest faith? Let's reframe doubt not as the opposite of faith, but as a vital part of it. A faith that can't be questioned is a faith that can't be trusted. Let's reframe secularism not as a threat, but as a chance for authenticity. It forces us to live in a way that is compelling, not just culturally convenient. Finally, let's reframe mental health. Admitting our fragility isn't a sign of weak faith. It's an act of profound humanity. This conversation is just getting started. The biggest challenge we face is silence, and we can break that right now. In the comments below, share the one question or struggle you've been too afraid to say out loud. Let's create a space for the honest conversations we should have been having all along. And if this is the discussion you've been looking for, hit that subscribe button. The challenges are real. It's easy to look at the numbers and think that faith is on its last legs. But maybe what's dying isn't faith itself, but a brittle, shallow version of it. Maybe the future of faith isn't found in polished answers and perfect people. Maybe it's found in the messy, courageous work of wrestling, and in finally getting brave enough to ask the right questions.